That was Avicii, Wake Me Up. On air with the Joe, we're hanging out with the wonderful, my Pike brother himself, Cody. Whitaker is in the building. And we also have Princess Bailee, as she goes by online. Bailee Cartwright, how are you doing today?
Doing good.
What's up, y'all?
Now, Cody is a member of SAB. He's also a Pike here, as I once mentioned. By the way, this show is brought to you by Phi Mu of Northwestern State and Pi Kappa Alpha of Northwestern State.
Yay.
Holla at me. This show, today, we have great people here from Northwestern. As I said, Cody is an SAB member, also a Pike, and he also was a homecoming court member. Now, Bailee Cartwright, for those of you who don't know her and live under a rock here at Northwestern State, she's a Phi Mu, a former softball player here of 3.5 years, and also was a homecoming court member. Now, the both of you are part of Greek life here at Northwestern. Like, what's it been like for you, Cody? I know you've got plenty of stories for us to tell us today. What's it been like being a part of Greek life here at Northwestern?
It's been really good. I'm very active within my chapter. I'm the secretary, so I'm on the executive board. My favorite moment or memory is probably the brotherhood events that we do each year, and for sure the parties that we host.
And Bailee, what about you?
Being in a sorority here on campus has got me involved on campus, and it's really got my face out there on this campus. My most memorable moments, though, are probably bid day when we get new girls in the chapter.
So what's it like a day in a Phi Mu life here at Northwestern?
It's awesome. There's always things to do. We have many activities, many philanthropy events to give back to our community, and it's just a great way to get involved.
I got you. And what's it like a day in a Pike here at Northwestern?
It's good. We're in the chartering phase, so we're on the rise. We just do different brotherhood events. We hold philanthropy events, and we just turn up in every aspect of campus life.
Always. We please proceed to turn up. That is our motto there. So give me a life and a day of an SAB member, Cody. I know it is crazy. I've been in one of those meetings with you guys before. It is always fun. A lot of high energy profile people in there. What's a day in the life of an SAB member when there's an SAB event going on, such as when we had the carnival during homecoming week?
Well, we meet on Mondays and Wednesdays. The Monday meeting is our committee meetings, and the Wednesday are our full board meetings. So we're pretty busy with those from 2 to 3. For homecoming, for example, we hosted each event every day. We did the block party, we did lip sync, we hosted the parade and pep rally, and just had fun with that. And we also have other events that we do throughout the year, so it's just busy, but we love what we do, and we all are connected and just excited for what we do.
And that's Cody Whitaker telling you all about what it's like being a part of SAB here. Don't forget to get involved, ladies and gentlemen. It is your privilege to be at Northwestern. Coming up, we've got Roar, Katy Perry. All right, we had to stop the music. You're hanging out with On Air with the Joe. That was Rihanna. Please don't stop the music. Good Girl Gone Bad album. Today we have Bailee Cartwright and Cody Whitaker hanging out with us in the building. You know, speaking of work, yes, everything. If you don't know Cody Whitaker, or if you do know him, you probably know him for the yes with the hand movement, or the jig on over to the poles, or the you better work, or something. Cody, please tell me how you came up with all these sayings.
Me and Matthew, my brother Matthew Whitaker, shout out to Matt, he's Pike president, turn up. We just make these sayings up like out of nowhere. Like we walk somewhere and just be like, ooh, crickets, or punished, or you know, just different stuff like that.
Y'all, and when I first got here, obviously I'm a Pike. I think this is the first time I've ever talked about it on the air.
Word.
But when I started hanging around Matt and Cody, the very first time I ever heard it, Matt said, ooh, that was punished. I was like, punished? Who's punished? Why are they punished? What did they do? And then Cody had to step in. He said, no, punished is ugly. I was like, okay. Yeah. Then he said, dead crickets. I'm like, man, crickets, I don't like bugs. And then they're like, no, that means that it was lame. And then all of a sudden, Cody comes in the building screaming, yes, moving his hand around. And I'm like, yes? What are we saying yes about? How do you even spell that?
Y-A and like 10 S's at the end.
So hashtag yes. You better shout out Cody Whitaker for it. Bailee Cartwright, you originally came to Northwestern actually as a softball player, correctly?
Yes, I did.
And what was that like for you?
It was very hectic being a student athlete. Shout out to all the student athletes out there at Northwestern. You guys do work.
Yes.
It was really hectic. I actually got a career-ending injury, so I was no longer able to play. But it was actually a blessing in itself because I was able to join other organizations and get involved.
So, as a softball player, you really didn't have a whole lot of time because I know softball is that's like a full-time job, right?
It is. It is. It's you eat, sleep, and breathe softball.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to join Phi Mu fraternity my freshman year, but that was actually the only organization I was a part of my freshman year.
I don't think I've ever heard of a softball player as a sorority girl. That's kind of cool to think about.
I know. It's very different, but I really just wanted to get involved. I'm 7 hours away from home, so I needed a lot of friends and support groups out here.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you got it. Northwestern is the perfect place for that. Now, also, I think I was told that you never have made a B in your lifetime. Now, given what you just said about softball being a full-time job and you're a Phi Mu, shout out to those lovely ladies, how is it possible that you have never made a B in your lifetime? That's not possible as a softball player, is it?
I know. I get a lot of weird looks when I tell people that. Cody laughs at me regularly.
I feel like that's a point of pride for you, isn't it?
Because she's had one since kindergarten.
Since kindergarten, y'all. Well, my mom was an elementary principal, so she kind of kept me on track. It was a lot of hard work and dedication, but it was a lot of luck, too. Can't take all the credit. There was some luck involved.
So, both of you actually were a part of the Homecoming Honor Court when was that, October?
Mm-hmm.
And that was a hectic week, but it was so much fun. You guys have this picture where you guys are both waving. When you see this video on djojohnson.com, you'll definitely be able to see that picture of the two of them looking like Mr. and Mrs. President. Now, what was that like, seeing how you both had to be around each other for so much time through all those practices, making sure that you guys didn't mess it up, being on the field and being in front of everybody? Cody, what was it like for you to have to be around Bailee for so much time?
Well, I wanted to put my head out and bang my head on the desk. No, I'm just kidding. We're good friends, so it just made our friendship closer, and she's like a little sister to me now, and we just had fun with the parade, the pep rally, the practice for lip sync, and for the actual ceremony on Saturday night, and just had fun all together, turning up.
And what was it like for you, Bailee, especially since you're a senior and it's your last go around at everything like that? What was it like for you? Was it special because it was Cody, or was it special because it was Homecoming Honor Court, or how was it?
Both things are very special to me. Cody and I wanted to be partners from the start, and luckily we're both tall, so we both got to be partners. Cody's a really good friend of mine. We kind of met each other just this year. I don't know how we didn't cross paths otherwise. But on that note, since Cody is such a good friend to me, Cody Dean Whitaker, would you please honor me in going to semi-formal with me this Friday?
Somebody just got asked to send me this Friday. Isn't that just the cutest thing?
Lord, yes!
Yes! Well, we're going to go ahead and get back to the music here. You're listening to On Air with the Joe. We've got Good Feeling, Flow Rida, Wild Ones album. Mary says there's no going back, but actually she's just headed to the top. Her new album, which that song is on, Prism, is at #1 on your Billboard Top 200 charts. Hanging out with On Air with the Joe today, we have Bailee Cartwright and Cody Whitaker. Now, Cody is a part of SAB, and he said that there's so much going on in SAB, he would kill me if I didn't let him talk about it. So, for the sake of my life on the air, we're going to let him tell us about it.
Okay, y'all. The upcoming events that we have is the Karaoke Lobby Life on November 13th, and that is going to be from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And that is brought to you in part by the Student Student Activities Board. And the committee head for that is Miss LOB 2013 herself, Miss Brianna Collier. And
who's actually been on there with the Joe, just saying.
Yes. You can pre-sign up to email Brianna. Please email her at briannacollier@ymail.com, or you can sign up on the date of the event, and we're also going to have free giveaways. Then the next week after that, we're going to have another Lobby Life, and that's going to be featuring Cass Haley on Tuesday, November 19th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And during that, you can get your massage on with our relaxation station, and that is from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. as well. And both these Lobby Lives are in the Student Union lobby from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Now, Bailee, I think you said that you had one more announcement. The huge announcement today was that Cody, his lucky self, is going to semi with the lovely Bailee Cartwright, which is on Friday for Phi Mu. But you said you had something for us?
Yes, I want to give a big shout out to Miss Caitlin Douglas. She's competing in the Miss Black and Gold pageant tomorrow night at 7:06.
Yes, Caitlin.
And that will be in the student ballroom.
7:06. That's got to be an alpha thing.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah. And then also be sure that you go to Caddo Fest Cattle Fest is definitely going to be something you don't want to miss. And actually, matter of fact, somebody just walked through the studio that's going to be there. Jeremy Walls, who's been on the air with the Joe on a morning show with us, is going to tell us about what Cattle Fest is going to be like.
Yes, Cattle Fest is like a little show. We're going to have a lot of music and performers out. And I actually am performing with Bailee's sister, a FAMU sister, Marissa McMickens. And it's going to be great. It's at 2:30 on November 22nd. You all should come out.
And we're so glad that Jeremy stopped by the show to see us today. He's always a welcomed member here on Air with the Joe. Now, for those of you who always listen to my show, my faithful, wonderful fans, you guys know we have a traditional question that we ask everybody that comes on the show. And this week we have two great victims. Now, I'm going to turn this one to Cody first. Now, Cody, you said that you're a devout listener of this show, so you probably know what's coming. Now, Cody, you're stranded in the middle of the ocean on a raft.
Okay.
And you look into the water and you see two people. Now, keep in mind that you can only bring one person up, because if you bring two people into the boat, then there's going to be too much weight and everybody drowns and dies. Keep in mind that you can only choose just one person. Now, you look into the water and you see your beloved Pi Kappa Alpha president and brother, Matthew Whitaker. Now, you also look into the water and you see the girl that gives you life every day in SAB, Yana Posh. Now, Cody Whitaker, please tell me, who do you save and who do you let drown here on Air with the Joe?
I can't save them both.
You can't save them both. There actually has been one person that successfully saved two people, but I can't tell you how they did it until after you answer.
Maybe I can stick like Matthew's arm in the boat and then Yana's leg maybe, and just, I don't know.
Have them paddle?
Yeah, have them paddle.
There we go. Yes. Cody figured out how to save two people, but you ruined it for Bailee. So for Bailee, now you see your beloved FAMU president, Haley, and you also see your semi-date, Cody Whitaker. Now, who do you save and who do you let drown on Air with the Joe?
Well, I wouldn't want to go dateless, but I also am really looking out for my chapter right now.
Uh-oh.
I'd probably sink the boat.
I can't save them both like Cody did.
Cody said he tried to sink the boat.
I would probably have to go with my FAMU president.
Dead cricket.
Dead
My
cricket.
chapter is the future of Northwest.
Okay, well, I'm sticking both of y'all then.
Uh-oh.
If I'm going down, we're all going down.
And so Cody actually said that he's the one that brought Bailee to the top, but she just let him drown here on the show.
Exactly.
But we're so glad that the two of them hung out with us today on Air with the Joe. These are great, great friends of mine, great people. If you see them around campus, I don't know how you'd miss Cody, but if you see him around campus, please say hello. If you don't know who Cody is, he's the one with his hand in the air screaming, yes.
And following Bailee Cartwright.
And Bailee is going to be right there with him. They're like the dynamic duo here. So much fun hanging out with them. I'm glad they can make it. Now, Cody, you want to tell us how we can get in touch with you on social networks? We always try to get some people some followers here.
Okay, well, I don't need any more, but if you would like to, you can follow me on Twitter at Cody D. Whitaker and on Instagram at Cody Whitaker, and that's WHITAKER.
Now, so if you go to... you don't follow him?
I mean, yeah.
She likes all my pictures. My newsfeed is blown up by her. Weekly.
Now, if you go to djojohnson.com, you'll be able to see this the video of everything that happened here in the studio today. Now, Bailee, how do we find you on these social networks?
Okay, well, on Twitter, I'm Baybay_02. And on
She
Instagram,
had to make it ratchet.
Yes, she ratchet.
Princess Bay was taken. But that is my Instagram name. It's PrincessBay_02.
So please get at them. You always know how to find me on Instagram at TheJoeJohnson, on Twitter at It'sTheJoeJohnson, TheJoeJohnson.com. Go to the website. You can also interview me. Click on Interview the Joe on the website. Type in a question. Cody's probably going to blow this up. But type in a question, and I'll be happy to talk about it on the show. Also, be sure to listen to me on Thursday morning at 9 a.m. I'll give you your American Top 15 countdown. Had so much fun hanging out with these two people, but it is sadly our time to go. Please get over to the volleyball game. It's happening in about 5 minutes. We're playing over at Prather. We're playing Central Arkansas, 7 p.m. Go show your Demon support, and thank you so much for listening. You've been listening to On Air with the Joe.